Today I am calling all 20-somethings. I'm not 20-something anymore. I'm 50. There are so many things that I wish that I'd known because I could have done something about it when I was your age. So today I'm going to share with you those things. You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining today. This is kind of a different one because, truth be told, I'm talking to the younger folk. I'm 50 years old and ordinarily I'm doing videos about aging, about makeup for older skin, talking about dehydrated skin, how to avoid fine lines and wrinkles. It is sort of that, I guess, that same topic, but it's geared to a much younger audience because I didn't have anybody, and I really wish that I had, that just sat me down and said, dude, these are the things that you need to do so that you're not worrying about it when you are in your 40s and in your 50s. So I thought I'd put some of those things together. It's always easy to look backwards and know what you've done wrong. And maybe there's somebody that's looking for a bit of extra help, because it doesn't take a whole lot to do a little bit now that will have a massive impact on you and your skin and your journey later. Because you have the beauty of time on your hands. So you can do a little bit of prevention instead of trying to do a whole hell of a lot of correction, which is kind of where I am now. So trust me, if I could turn back the clock and do things totally different, I would. And it's kind of hard when you're in your 20s and you think, I've got the world in front of me, which you do, and the 40s seem ages away, which they are. But when you get there, you're going to look back and go, damn it, why couldn't I have just done a few simple things? So I'm going to share 10 of those things with you. Hopefully you will start to introduce some of these into your lifestyle, and hopefully they won't take a lot of effort to do it, and your future self is going to thank me. There is one that is at the very tippy top. All of these things, are kind of probably situated in the same sort of priority list except one. There is one thing. If you were only going to do one thing, if you know me at all, you will hear me say this all the time. It is wear sunscreen. It is a very simple thing to do. Wear sunscreen every single day. That is it. You need a sunscreen of at least an SPF 30, and it needs to be broad spectrum, which means it fights UVA and UVB rays. Listen, guys, I was a sun worshiper as a kid. Probably half of my problem. I grew up in Florida and I had relatively dark skin, so I didn't burn, and I would go to the beach and I would put oil all over my face, and I didn't fry, I didn't burn, but oh my God, I was killing my skin. And what happened is when you hit in your 30s and your 40s, you start to get these little age spots because the skin's coming and revealing what's underneath. It is horrible for your skin. Let's not even talk about cancer. I mean, there are so many things that you can do. So sort of tanning and doing it in a way that isn't safe is a big fat no-no. So just wear an SPF 30 every day. That's all you got to do. It's super, super simple. The one thing to do right now, every day for the rest of your life, it's wear an SPF. The next thing on the list is probably something you've also heard a fair amount, and that's just drink water. Drink lots and lots of water. So I have my little handy dandy Yeti that I'm never without. This thing, you can hear the ice in it. I take this puppy with me everywhere. It goes to work, it goes in the car, it's at home, and I probably drink about 8 of these a day. Look, water is good for our general health. It's not just about our skin. It's about doing the right stuff and putting the right stuff in our bodies. And if you're in your 20s, like I was in mine, you probably like to have a bit of fun. You enjoy a bit of the gargle. And trust me, the water is going to be your friend anyway. So just drink a bunch of water. Some people don't like it, and I found that they prefer carbonated water. So that's fine. Have some sparkling water in your life, but just drink water. Drink lots and lots of water. Okay. This is also a basic one, guys. It's wash your face. Don't use makeup wipes. They don't count. Makeup wipes suck for your face. They're doing you no favors whatsoever, and you really need to get the gunk off. Now, if you are also doing the SPF in the day, which I know you are now going to do, you need to get that stuff off at night, and it's not going to come off by just putting a bit of water in this thing. You need to use a proper cleanser, and you need to use a cloth to get that stuff off. So in a perfect world, you do a double cleanse in the evening and a single cleanse in the morning. You're probably having a shower anyway, so just wash your face when you're in a shower in the morning, and at night before you go to bed, wash the stuff off. Do not go to sleep in your makeup. Do not go to sleep in your makeup. Do not go to sleep in your makeup. I think I did that during my 20s and didn't start really washing my face properly until my 30s, and it had a negative impact. If you do these things now, you will be fine when you're older. Another recommendation is actually sort of the other side of not doing anything. It's actually doing too much. There are so many products out there in the world, and there's so much advertising, and there's stuff that's kind of thrown at us. Do this, do that, do these things, and you actually don't need to do them all. And a lot of the times you have too many active ingredients going on. They're actually going to harm your skin. So you need to kind of go low and go slow when it comes to introducing any new products into your routine. Our skin is a living organ, and it kind of takes care of itself. It tries to keep out the bad stuff and tries to keep in the good stuff. So it kind of knows what it needs to be doing, so you don't want to overdo it. So be cautious when you're doing skincare. So just be kind and don't do too much stuff to your skin. In your 20s, you don't need as much help as you're going to need when you're in your 40s. You need a very limited routine. You only need a handful of products that are going to take care of your skin, and let that do its job. The next one on the list, and it may surprise you, is adding retinol into your routine. Now, a lot of people think retinol is for old people. And yes, it is. And I'm on a super duper high level prescription of a tretinoin. But you don't need that. A retinol is really there to help build the skin. It helps to build collagen, which you are going to lose like nobody's business as you age. After the age of 20, you lose collagen production of 1% a year, and it just keeps on going downhill until you hit menopause, and then it just skyrockets, and basically you're left with nothing. But if you're rebuilding your collagen now and keeping those collagen levels up, that means you will have thicker skin, you will have stronger skin, you will have better skin. It will be plumper, and it will just be youthful. And that's really what you want as you age. So if you just add a little bit of retinol in your 20s and you start to sort of step it up and get stronger in your 30s and 40s, you are flying it. You will not have to do the damage correction that I did. And a little bit of a moisturizer in the evening, a couple of days a week in your 20s, and then you can start to ramp that up to every day later. It doesn't need to be a high level. You do not need a prescription. It's best to just put little bits of that in your 20s and sort of step it up as you get older. And you're doing yourself a favor that you don't even know you're doing. There are a bazillion moisturizers out on the market that you can get in the high street. You do not have to spend a lot of money. You just need to look on the back and look for things like retinol, even retinaldehyde. You do not need anything super strong. And somewhere in that 0.25, 0.3, there's loads of ways that you can research this as well and look into it. Just add a bit of retinol in your routine. It is never too early. Okay, the next one is know your skin. You know, what type of skin do you have? Is it oily? Which it probably is. If you're young, you tend to produce more oils. Me, I'm certainly on the drier, dehydrated side because I'm old. But also see what changes that your skin is going through as you get older. I was just talking to a friend the other day who's in her 20s, and she was saying she had a drastic change in her skin when she used to have, bad acne and really oily skin, and she took some prescription, medication with her doctor to overcome that, and then it completely swung the other direction, and she had super dry skin. So she had to relook at her entire routine and all the products that she was using in order to accommodate the journey that her skin was going on. So just kind of pay attention. So if you need, products for oily skin, then make sure that you're looking for products that, that are made for oily skin and vice versa. So it's really important to know what your skin needs. And don't just jump on the bandwagon of what everybody else is doing, because everybody's skin is different. Everybody's journey is different. So you kind of need to know what your skin needs and look for ingredients and for products that are going to match that. Don't listen to what everybody else is doing. Okay, the next one is use an antioxidant serum in your routine. Antioxidants are there to fight pollution and to fight free radicals. For me, it's vitamin C. Everybody should have a vitamin C, I think, in their routine. And it's just a serum you put on during the day. It just helps to keep your skin healthy. The next one is about exfoliation. And that's really about getting the dead skin off. If you don't take the dead skin off of your face, then all of the other things that you're doing aren't going to actually help at all. You need to remove all the dead junk in order to reveal the healthy skin underneath and to help your skincare products penetrate better. So you probably only need to do it once a week or maybe twice a week, and use gentle exfoliants. Don't use the physical stuff that's like grainy, that's going to rip apart your skin. Don't do that. You can get a chemical exfoliant, and if you are on the oily side, you'll be looking for a BHA, and if you're on the drier side, you'll be looking for an AHA. Just do it once or twice a week. You can get these little thingies, you put it on a pad over your face and you're done. Okay, the next one is where you put your products. Most people stop here, and you've got skin that goes all the way down here. So all of your skincare should go all the way down here, as skincare guru Caroline Hyren says, to the tits, all the way down. So when I'm doing all of my skincare, I do it all the way down to here, and I also do the hands, back of my hands, because you're going to show your age here, you're going to show it here, you're going to show it here. So don't neglect any of this. Just be generous with your products. So, I mean, everything I push, my retinol, my vitamin C, my serums, everything goes all the way down to here. Take care of all of your skin. And the very last one is going to be a bit odd. And just hear me out. I'm actually talking to your future self. I'm talking to your 40-something-year-old self. Train yourself to sleep on your back. Now, it's probably counterintuitive, and it certainly was for me. I'm a side sleeper. I was a side sleeper. I no longer am a side sleeper. But oh my gosh, the bad stuff that does to your skin. So imagine that your face is just scrunched up like this when you're sleeping all night long. What's going to happen is you literally will be forming wrinkles when you sleep. And as if that's not bad enough, for me, I noticed it actually in the chest. This was the thing, because when you're side sleeping like this, you are forming these wrinkles. And by the time I was in my mid to late 40s, I went, ugh. And I had to start training myself to sleep on my back. Now, it's not easy, and it takes a bit of practice. You know, I have a pillow that sits under my knees, and my legs are in a certain position that enables me to do that. But it worked. So I'm now about 1.5 years sleeping on my back, and puffiness is gone. You start to see sort of swelling go down, and you start to see the wrinkles decrease. So I know that sounds really weird, but like I said, I'm talking to your future self who will know exactly what I'm talking about when you hit the age of 42. Okay guys, that's it for me. That's the end of the video. Those were the 10 things that I really wish somebody had told me when I was in my 20s. Oh, I hope you listen. And I hope you take my advice. If there's only one thing you do, please wear your SPF. Please wear your SPF. Geez, my kids, I have a 13 and 18-year-old, and they're sick of hearing it, and I force them to wear it every day. But you will thank me down the road. But I hope that was helpful. So if you like this video, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, and I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and you will hit that notification bell so you'll know whenever new videos are uploaded, which happens every Friday. And also check me out over on Instagram. You can find me there at Skin Obsessed Mary. So thanks again for joining today, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Needs to be broad spectrum, which means it